Okay, so this is game number 2 of our Dark Elf. I can't even look at my roster without laughing. We have, in game 2 of our Dark Elf run, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loners. More than half our team is loners. So thank you to Cauliflower, Ubertafel, Shepherd, Akinzer and Star Ferret for being the hard core of this team that is keeping us together, dreaming the impossible dream. And we've spun into Nurgle. They've played 1 game as well. Shockingly, they have non-journeyman players. Didn't know that was allowed. They've got 4 bloaters, 2 pesticles. They've already got the 3rd reroll, which is pretty nice for Nurgle. Especially given there's no other skills like block or sure hands here. We can't do much with our inducements other than get assistant coach, which hope we could get it. Hope we could get us a extra reroll. They have chosen to kick the ball. I was going to say that makes more sense. I thought they'd chosen to take the ball in the rain, which would have been mad. Rip the last elf standing. Oh look, Johnny, I think you were the blitz who died in game 1. I am sorry. I'd love to say life insurance for everyone who died in game 1, but I mean, it's going to be literally forever until I have the cash to rebuy the players, so... Another great pitch. So you can see the sidelines here, which is good, but the squares are harder to see. Stone Knight, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Weirdos. Just followed and subbed right away. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the channel. Who carries the ball? I think Collie carries it, even though we like having the frenzy option. We like having the dodge ball carrier more. This is wild. I mean, we don't have many rerolls anyway, but 6 journeymen. This is just a thing, hey. Oh, weather change, that's good. That is good. Oh, and a KO as well. A nice start to the game. Unless it's an ominous sign that it's going to be another game of just constant violence. Ball's pretty safe. Nurgle aren't getting down here anytime soon, so I think we keep taking our blocks. Do we even blitz here? Because the problem with blitzing is the only way to blitz is to double base player who we then have to roll foul appearance on. Which is a clever thing about the setup they've done. Like, we have to double base them, and then if we roll a 1 for our foul appearance, we don't get to do the hit. And what would even be the best one to do? Like this one on the edge? None of them are great. I think we actually just sit tight here. As underwhelming as that feels. Dark Elves, what evil is this? We're just trying something different, mixing it up. We asked chat. There was a vote. Excess, so it's chat's fault, really. Next round is active now. Is that the league that Bloodborne and Bembo were in? Of course Sona isn't free, because I'm streaming. Collie's got it. Collie knows how this works. Oh my god. What is armor? What even is armor? What even is like 9 pluses? Like every player just leaves the pitch as soon as they're touched. So we're now missing one of our only 2 blitzers, and even more short on our regular players to journeyman ratios. Oh, that's a journeyman, so we'll probably have to eat it. Should I have daggered? Maybe I should have daggered. Probably should have daggered. It's a very unhelpful double skull though. Always dagger. Do like a good dagger.
Oh dear, I hope that player has written a will.
Players can barely speak. Right. You hit her.
Dwarves should always dagger. Never seen a dwarf dagger. Presumably there are still some situations when a dwarf dagger would be... Would it be? No, there can't be situations when a dwarf dagger would be sensible. Because you'd take forever getting your players at the pitch. Maybe if you'd given all of your dwarves double movement up, including the linemen. Daggered with chaos against humans once? That sounds like a spicy dagger. Yeah, that's the big question. Did it work? Are they going to take this block, or are they just going to leave that there? Just going to leave that there. Okay, so that gives us a free block. We will take, since it's our only player on the pitch with block skill. I'm coming this way, aren't we? I mean, this is another loner block that could just go wrong and leave us in lots of trouble, isn't it? But it's just where we are, really. It's just the state of the situation we're in. That's not covered. Good job, Tree. Excellent screening of the ball. Whoops. See, that's the pro strats. Lie your player down in the square that they want to hit you from. Just put a body there. Doesn't have to be standing up, as long as it's there. AV9 Plus does feel very flimsy today. Don't feel like we've had a lot of times when we've been hit and not armor broken. Really not sure how we're moving this ball forward with everyone stunned. Ah, it's about to say there's a possible serve here, but I think that has probably killed the greed serve. That last blow to moving where it did.
And they start the turn in trouble.
Yes, we do. We do start the turn in trouble. Okay, so we're going to need to foul that. Just creating more problems for myself as I go. Not ideal, I would say, that we didn't break armor there. It was a 6+. And they can now hit the ball. Didn't even use our blitz there. Mistakes made again. I mean, the 3 stuns definitely made that turn a lot more complicated.
There's a couple pretty good players on the field.
But I did just forget the blitz at the end, which was not smart.
Should they be stomping on the player's neck with those studded boots that high?
It's not looking good for this game, is it? It's not looking promising in this position we're in right now.
I should probably say
Doesn't get the PAL first time. I'll re-roll that though. Does get it second time. Damn. I was hoping to get both down. I think at least it would force them to... Okay, no arm break yet. They haven't really got anyone that can get there to foul, I don't think, unless this Rotter does some very aggressive dodges. So we might be able to get the ball again next turn. Still no idea where we'd go with it, but one problem at a time. Get around this side. I think that's what we've got to aim for. Whether or not we can actually pull it off, very different question. But I think we've got to aim for like here. Like a foghorn with the boobies. Boobies.
Maybe you can see what
Boobies. Morning, J-Lev. Really would have been good if that was a POW. But it wasn't. So what? 1 dices or dodge with no reroll? They're not the best options I've ever been offered. I hate it, but I think I've got to. Okay. That was inevitable.
This is going to be decisive.
Now free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
Okay. At least let's make them roll something. At least let's make them roll something.
The other night, stood there like statues, with such easy play. I swooped down myself.
And if they do dodge away from that, then at least that's a scoring threat in some crazy world where we actually managed to get away from here. Although I'm not optimistic about that world coming to pass. We're trying. We're trying to elf our way out of the situation. J-Lev, you missed... this is game 2 of a Dark Elf run where we had an absolute bloodbath in game 1. We have 6 loners for game 2 of the run. And they managed to take out a blitzer of ours as well on turn 1, so that makes us even more in a messy spot. Okay, so not going for the ball this turn. They do get a casualty on... At least it's just one of the journeymen. Yeah, this is game 2. We had, I think, 3 deaths and 3 MNGs from game 1, which we did somehow win. We had a hilarious game. There was a lot of surfing, but yeah, the team could be healthier. Yeah, opponent is actually being really sensible here, not going for the ball. They're just making it hard for me to move the ball forward. What if the team was less healthy? We're working on that. A sensible person would not still be playing the team. A sensible person would have just quit the team, but I thought it was such a funny game, that last one, that I almost want to make the story of saving it, but we're seeing how long that still seems funny. It's still funny for now. We'll see if it still feels funny afterwards. Okay, oh, interesting. Very interesting. That is a surfable player right there. Thank you for the follow, Tama Hernandez. And hello, Manhouse. Okay, those are some very good dice for them that have made this a lot worse for us. The dodge and then a pow there have made the surf a lot harder to get. Because that player who just got powed on a 1 dice without block was quite important to how I was planning to do the surf. So I can still get it, but now I've got to bring this back, and then we just have no cover for the ball as we move forward. Or we switch play, hand it to that loner and leg it that way. Probably that's more sensible. More is relative, because it's still not that sensible. But I think it might actually be our best chance of getting this at this point. Put you all the way up there to be a scoring threat for next turn. And since we only have 1 reroll, I think it's definitely better to do there. Oh, that's a sodding foul appearance as well. So 3+ catch on a loner. But we're not going to make it if we go this way. I actually think what we want to do here is keep the bloaters from moving and putting the stink on us. So let's base those. And just try to dodge you. Do not do a double dodge. Need to make sure they can't chain push that. Fine. A lot of loners. Yes, Mantas. I was just saying we should really have restarted this team after last game, but we thought it'd be fun to keep pushing on. The team got very murdered in game 1. For a second there I thought that hadn't moved and I thought, wait, did I just miss that? But no, that has moved, so we're okay. Okay, so they have got this rotter over to basis. I'm not missing anything now. I think they can't hit us. They can base us, but they can't hit us. And the basing is a problem. I'm not saying it isn't, but I don't think they can get the hit on us, which is important. Oh, were you our last opponent, Mantels? Were you the Chaos Renegades? Oh no, you were the Nurgle team yesterday. No, it's a new team from yesterday because yesterday's team had the assassins on it. Oh, fails a rush again. Is that a snake? Snake's it. Well, now this really is interesting. It's actually a chance here. Could surf that. Turning me on 7. Can't surf it, but we can power it. That's good too. Can kill it. That's good too. And problem is they can get to us here, but we can try to dodge that. Yeah, okay. So just keep the ball on you. Putting this here. Oh, I really wanted to knock down there. Oh well. So who can threaten the ball? That can't because it's stunned. That can't because it's movement 4. This can. So that's our problem player. So I think we go stand literally on you to make that harder for you. Fine. A murder! Good job, Collie. Oh, that's enough for Collie to get a level. Nicely done, Collie. Good surf. Collie did one of those surfs last game as well. Perfect surfs. Ease up. Do not ease up, Collie. I would tell you not to listen to Star Ferret, but I know that you wouldn't anyway. We all know that wouldn't happen. Shockingly, the rotter did not roll regen. Oh wait, do rotters actually have regen? I was joking, but actually do they have regen? No, they don't, do they? It's the pestigores and the bloaters that get regen.
A great game so far. Seem to be having
What would Star Ferret do? Oh, hang on. Star Ferret is always right. There's some very dirty lies being told in chat here.
and he's still standing.
That's very hacked bloodful nuts account. You don't need to ban Star Ferret or bloodful nuts. Shepherd, because you were the one who suggested it to me. I have increased the bitrate on my stream output, so let me know if it's less juddery than it was before. Are we going to, with one reroll, risk the handoff? I think we are, because we don't really want the loner touchdown, and we do really want Uber to fail to get this 3 SPP for dodge. Nice. I actually can't believe we got away with that drive. I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back for for finding a way through when that looked quite bleak at one point. 10 on 10. We do get our second blitzer back from KO, which is nice. Don't think we have to worry about a Nurgle 110, so let's back it all up. Tons better. Oh, really cool. Nice. I'm really, really happy that that's improved things. And thank you, Shepard, because I tweaked all sorts of other settings, and I think I thought I had, but when I looked, I clearly hadn't touched bitrate, and so then I had to go and Google a bit and try to work out what the appropriate bitrate was because I had no idea. But once I'd done some research, I did see that the recommendations were higher than where I had it set, so I've nudged that up, so it's really good if it's working. Playing Super League and excited for it. Sorry, Tree would have invited, but I had to base it off Season 2 playoffs. It's alright. I didn't realise that had started up again. Would have been fun to play in. Definitely fun to play in competitions with good coaches, but if you've based it off the Season 2 Chalice playoffs, I didn't even try for those. Last season was the first season I tried for Blood Bowl 3 playoffs. Oh, it's me, sorry. Sorry, opponent. Just from watching Andy after his messy attempt at 4K streaming. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, I definitely came into streaming as someone who had, like, no background with this sort of stuff at all. So, like, I've learned some stuff, and I really could, like, apply myself to try to learn more of it. Oh, the Nacon tournament. Yeah, that's totally fair, because I wasn't in that. Is it so it's all people who were in the Nacon tournament last time? That'll be really fun to watch. The Nacon tournament was really fun. It does like make me want to try to get into the next one, but it's really hard, right? Like you've got to I don't have the will to grind to compete for number 1 on the ladder. So then you've got to either get to the semi-finals of Chalice, which is really hard because good coaches and monster teams, and generally I'm always playing elves, which is not the easy way to do it because of how the ladder forms teams. Or I will have the opportunity to try and Rebel because I've gone into Rebel, but in Rebel it's hundreds of coaches for for 3 spots. So again, it's a really hard path. And yeah, that's all I've got for ways going. And I probably should have signed up for the Aero BB League because that had a spot as well. And Kalon did ask me, and I thought about it and then left it too late. Brilliant coaching. They got it. Okay, so they get 4 rerolls. That's not great for us because they haven't got skills. Those rerolls will do things. And yet, the first rule of kickoff event rerolls is as soon as you get one, you use one. Oh, wow. Use one and it fails. Well, now this could get interesting. Another casualty, of course. Just alone at least, so not one we're going to miss. Right, we need to put pressure on this for sure. This looks like the path of least resistance. Don't love cutting a corner here, but that is a better square for you. We could do the book first, but this is 1 in 36. We're not going to have any rerolls on that, so that's 1 in 9. I'll dodge that at the end of the turn. First, let's do...
I should probably say something
Okay,
meaningful to all our
not ideal, but
vision
fine.
Think of as splat. And that's our holding maneuver.
That's good. I think we just got to go maximum aggression here. Make this difficult for them. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Like, if you spin this around, because I think sometimes, like, actually, I don't do this often enough, but sometimes it's good to, like, look at things from the opponent's side. Look how that looks now. So our opponent's got half their line down here. This one sadly didn't fall over, so let's get a free hit. All they've got free on this side is these 2 bloaters and these 3 players, and you've got... Oh, there's actually one more there. Colours aren't as clear as they could be. And you've got all this to think about. I mean, really the only safe-ish space is on this side of the pitch, but that's going to be leaving behind 2 or 3 of their players, so that's what we think about when we're trying to split teams, when we're trying to do that elf push through. We obviously got a big break there from them failing their first block, but that is the kind of dynamic we're trying to create.
I've played on this pitch before, Jim. We lost the ball. Couldn't find it under a big pile of corpses. Be that day.
Did you warn Andy? I don't know what Andy's like. Didn't have to. The first thing he said to the boss man was fancy a shower. Oh my god! It was a really fun cast. It was a really fun cast. You guys did. You made it really fun, and it was really was fun having you and Andy on together actually, because like you both have so much knowledge of the Blood Bowl that like your analysis was really good, as well as the funny stuff and the ridiculous. It was actually just like really, yeah, it was like informative and interesting to watch. Fails pick up. Oh my god. Okay, so they got the extra reroll and it has not done them a lot of good. They've had 2 things to reroll so far in this drive and they've both rerolled into fails. Very good news for us. How do we do this? So we've got you that can just get there. But if we want to get 2 dice on you, then someone's going to have to roll a rush. And probably it should be the Witch Elf. These are the turns where I get myself a bit muddled, just trying to work out if I should be doing other things first. Because there's a gap between, like, if you go for the ball first before doing anything else, then you'll know where things end up, and that will give you more opportunities for ideal positioning. But if you do it and then nothing... Well, actually, having said that, we're just trying to score here, aren't we? Like, if we can get that base, then it would be blitz and try to pick up, is the ideal scenario here. We don't want to move these because they're already on something, so they want to roll. I think we probably are also just standing that up. I don't see how it's going to do anything useful. I think we should bring this one round to this side, so if this all goes wrong, at least we've got someone on that side. I don't know if it's worth bringing you forward to here, because we're not going to be trying to screen the ball anyway. So you're not doing anything. I think you're staying where you are. So yeah, okay, now we go for... I think it makes sense to try to make it a 2 dice, so let's go for that. Now if we want you to get there, then we actually have to dodge again so we can get you into that square without doing 2 rushes. because we do want 2 dice in this ball. Okay, well that's already good. But at least we've got that base now if this fails. But obviously we're hoping it will not fail. Okay, obviously we're taking it, but that will not be a score. Okay, that's great though. Got the casualty. We will not be able to score because that player has now not got the movement because it wasn't a power, so we'll just do the rush and get next to it. So now we do bring you around. Screens that. This block is just not relevant, so there's no point bringing the player in to do that. What are they going to do this turn? 1, 2, 3, hit that one. Basis. 1, 2. So they can't come through here now. We've created a screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could hit that if they tag that first, which they definitely can do. So ideally, I think we should be trying to tag that rotter so that those aren't both free. I think we just go in there, so it's one or the other there that's going to do the block. Okay, just needed to think through all of that one step at a time. I think I'm happy with what we've done there. Now these are less important, but we'll just try to bring them into sort of relevant positions. Sometimes it's good to slow down. I'm not good at doing that. I'm always doing things at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and with this clock that we have in Blood Bowl 3, one of the best things about it is that we actually do have time to slow down and make those decisions. So I think I need to remind myself sometimes to just stop and go, okay, like talk through everything, look at what they want to do, and you'll hopefully work it out. I think when you play on stream, like it's like a double thing. Like one thing is that you oh my god, the dice have been terrible this half. One thing is like I forgot what I was saying because I'm now distracted by watching this. Who knows what I was saying? Whatever it was, I'm sure it was brilliant. Whatever I was planning to say that I've completely forgotten. Everyone has that moment when they realise Andy on stream isn't a bit, it's just him. Andy is himself, and he's an extremely lovely human being. But he does say some ridiculous things sometimes. The first time I met Andy, I've told this on stream plenty of times, but the first time I met Andy was at his first Bang Average Chicken Bowl, and I was sat next to Dizzy, and I'd never met Andy before, but we chatted loads, obviously, like in chat, and I think we'd even had like chatted to each other like on streams before, like on voice calls, and literally the first thing he said, not even hello, was "Where's the Nando's?" Yeah, literally, not an exaggeration, not a meme. That's just literally the first thing he said was "Where's the Nando's?" Not "Hi, how are you?" Not "Nice to meet you." "Where's the Nando's?" Right, 2+ for Shepherd to get a level. Nice. When you play on stream. Okay, so when you play on stream, I think what I was going to say was about how I think I play faster on stream, and it's a couple of different things. One thing is that you are playing a lot of games when you're playing on stream. So I think you just sort of go into like a default brain where you're not really thinking about your plays as much. You just sort of go, yeah, going through the motions. I've done this before. And I think that stops you sometimes from thinking as much as you should, and certainly as much as I would if I was playing on tabletop. When tabletop games, you don't play as many of them, so that like, you have more natural, like, it's a bit less just sort of in your comfort zone of not thinking, I guess. Like on stream, it's easy to not think and just be like, click, click, click. Yeah, I do that all the time. And then there's a second thing on stream, which is that you do get distracted by chatting or doing other stuff. So it's not just that you're going through the motions, but you're also like, yeah, trying to have a chat and have a conversation and do all that as well. But just for the record, I know we tease Andy, but he really is like a genuine and extremely lovely person. Like, I've met lots of wicked people through Blood Bowl. And it's one of the best things about Blood Bowl is how many neat people I've got to meet from doing it. And Andy is very much one of those. So we tease with love. Blitzing here. Bonk. This is what I mean about sometimes you just like go into default brain. Like I did not have thought about this team almost at all, and that's why I've managed to only now notice that I've left a gap there that I didn't mean to leave. That was supposed to be one square there, because I'm just not really, I'm not fully engaging my brain. I'm just going, okay, yeah, default things. I know where to click. I know what's happening, and it turns out I did something stupid. Not that it really matters, because we're winning 2 now, which is another thing that I do. But see, that's the thing I do on tabletop sometimes that I need to get out of the habit of. I definitely think on tabletop, I sometimes get complacent in games that I'm winning. Now, I think this one really, like it would be hard to blow it from here. We're 2-0 up. Nurgle aren't a fast team for scoring quickly. But I think I definitely make that mistake too often in tabletop games where I think a game is won, and then I realise that I've got too complacent and I've put myself in a bad position and it's too late to save it. Last reroll gone for our opponent. Painting can be like that. I quite often go on autopilot and I do a fine job but not my best job. I mean, I think we all do that in probably everything, right? Like to some extent. Like... And that's probably necessary. We can't all be like switched on all the time. Jimmy, how are you, cheeky Jimmy? All good. Turn 13 for us, 14 coming up from them. If we want to stop them scoring, we pretty much just need to keep getting in front of it. Ideally, we'd like to steal it and score again, but that is a little bit trickier. I think we make this our blitz. Just get the extra player free. Nice, this earns us an extra hit. Bop. I don't know, I think that's overkill. I think I should have just based that with that one. Could have brought that around this way. Oh well. I've got I've not got a painted model for this superior OWA big guy. You better mean a tree, J-Lev, otherwise...
The players on the ground.
Otherwise you're preaching illegal lies on this channel. Ogres are great on an ogre team. That's where they belong. Ogres on an ogre team. Ogres on an OWA team, no, because you could have a tree. It's a pretty simple flowchart. The flowchart is, can my team have a tree? If the answer is yes, then the correct answer is take the tree. That's the entire flowchart. Well, no, actually, that's not true. There's a second branch which goes no, and then the answer is pick a new team. Until you have one that can take a tree.
What can you do against a full-speed horned opponent?
Listen. My stream, I like to hope, is a place that has shown many times in many games that a rooted tree is not always a useless tree. Rooted trees can be surprisingly useful if they're just treated right. Everyone just needs to treat their trees right. No one's willing to nurture their trees and look after them. So we could get 1 dice on the ball here. Does require dodging with a loner. Normally I wouldn't do that, but because we're 2-0 up, I'm thinking about it. 2-0 up and feeling impatient. Makes me want to do it just for the sake of it. Or can we get it from this side? Yeah, we get it with block from this side. That's better. More dodges, but we can do that. That's worked out. Again, if we needed to get this ball, I would follow up to make these scatter catches harder, but we don't need to, so I'm not going to give up the extra hit. Scatter is not great for us getting the ball.
The attacker has an assist.
That play better be. Nothing good comes from spending any time on the ground. This
I know what you're doing, Shepherd, and there are probably still Aussies in chat. Almost certainly still Aussies in chat. Can we all agree trees and ogres are both rubbish compared to the mighty acorn? Acorn doesn't have any hands though. Blood Bowl Nut. And again, as seen recently on the Misspelled Tree YouTube channel, treemen can be effective ball carriers. So Acorn's pretty good, but he can't carry the ball for you.
they've got the advantage, but there is no sure thing.
Good call.
Thanks, Cully.
Patience is the key. That's one of my strengths, but
The best big guys troll. Now they can remove blodges with vomit. I had a troll. I played an off-stream game the other day where the troll killed itself with vomit against me. A troll, literally, I mean dead, no regen as well. Like the troll tried to vomit on a wood elf, vomited on itself, rolled a casualty, rolled dead, didn't regen, which was quite something. Because like normally it's not a turnover, is it? But if you kill yourself, I think it was a turnover. We need to scatter this ball and see what happens. Okay, not bad. You need a scoring threat. I mean, I don't really know what we're doing with this ball. Haven't blitzed yet. Gonna do something very silly. But fun, maybe. Pick up the ball and blitz. On a 1 dice? Oh, I don't think that was going to be 2 dice. It's not a 2 dice. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Oh, is anyway getting through? Sure. Oh. We've got 3 rerolls. What could go wrong? Oh, everything. I think we'll save the 2 rerolls for next turn. Given how unlikely that was still to go well. It's only a turnover if the troll was a ball carrying broke its armor. It was on Blood Bowl 3 and I thought it did give a turnover, but maybe I'm misremembering that part. It might have just been the end of the turn anyway. I can't remember. You vomited to injure the death roller? That is incredible. That must have been an absolute highlight moment. That would be hilarious. Takes us both down trying to kill our witch elf. Just mean. Right. Collie, how do you feel about being a hero? Who are we kidding? Collie feels great about being a hero. She was born for this.
Oh dear. I hope that player has written a will.
Players can barely speak, alone, right? You should know.
Pick up the ball. Slip through the dodges. Double rush. Hand off to Shepherd. Shepherd scores a touchdown. Everyone celebrates. No, I didn't select handoff. No. Oh my god, the UI fail. No, I didn't select handoff. Hand the ball off. No. Stupid Blood Bowl, stupid UI. Oh well. We'll settle for the 2-0 win. Admit it, not all of you thought I was going to win with 6 journeymen. So we've got enough to take levels everywhere here. And I'm going to be boring and take sensible, boring levels. Dodge. More dodge. And Collie is going to be a Juggernaut piece, so we're going to give her block and then Juggernaut later. So we've got 3 blodges. Good. I think it's totally reasonable to go wrestle first on your Witch Elf instead. In fact, I probably should have had like more of a conversation there about different options, because there are different options there, right? We could have randomed on the general tree. Random generals for a Witch Elf. Fend, not great, but not terrible. Pro is the same as with the War Dancer. I don't really like Pro on them because the things that you want a Witch Elf to do are too important to risk a Pro roll on. Sure Hands is fine. You are going to use this piece as a ball carrier sometimes. Dauntless is pretty good. Shadowing, not great because you won't base with it that much, but Tackle's good. Dirty Player's bad. Kick is not great, but okay. Strip Ball, Wrestle, both great. Like, these all lend themselves to creating a sacking piece. So lots of good hits on there. Random on Agility Tree, less good, I would say, for the Witch Elf. Sprint, Sure Feet, Sidestep are probably the ones you'd be hoping for. So there's not that many good ones there. We could have Random Strength. Random Strength is kind of the same again for when we were talking about War Dancers before. Mighty Bow, great. Guard, good. Break Tackle, good. Juggernaut, great. Mighty Bow, Juggernaut are your dream hits. Guard, Break Tackle are both good hits. Stand Firm's fine. So you actually have got a decent number of outs on the strength skills. You can't get Grab as well because you've already got Frenzy, which reduces the number of bad hits. So I think we might, on our next Witch Elf, try randoming a strength skill first. And pretty much the same logic goes for the blitzers. You're less likely to do the random general because you already have block. So that makes the random generals a little bit less good. Maybe makes the random agilities a bit better. So dodge would have been an option. A defensive piece is not so bad for a blitzer because you might give it guard and then turn it into a piece that does that. Sidestep and diving tackle is a combination you're more happy to see on your blitzers than on your Witch Elves because they've got a higher armor. Leap is okay, I guess, on 1. I mean, Leap's not a skill you'd rush to take, but for 10,000 you might take it. And I think all the strength skills that were good for the Witch Elf are exactly the same for the blitzers. So you definitely can random on these pieces. And I think I will random on future Witch Elves and blitzers. But I think for starting the run, you really just need to get some blodge going, especially while we're missing so much from our team, right? We're missing 2 of the block we'd like to have on blitzers. We haven't got the 3rd reroll yet. We're missing a lot still. And yeah, Hydra, you've called out the dilemma that I have right now, which is what's the next addition to the team. In the ideal world, after game 2, we would have had all 3 of our starting blitzers and the Witch Elf still. And then I think definitely the first purchase would be your Apothecary. Now, we've lost a blitzer and we've put blodge on 3 players. Is the Apothecary still the right choice before just rebuying blitzers and rerolls? The thing is, you could buy the Apo and not use it, and then you think it was a bit of a waste. But you could also buy the blitz and then it dies before you get the Apo, and you think, well, it would have saved time just to get the Apo. So you're a bit damned if you do and damned if you don't. We have had some very, very high rates of armor breaks. I think the sensible choice is probably still the Apothecary, but it's not clear cut. I tell you why I think we are going to take the Apothecary, because as unfun as it is to acknowledge this out loud, in this ladder system, the most important thing is not winning every single game. You can afford to take some losses, so it's probably better for the team to be weaker next game but have more chance of being alive going forward than it is to worry about what's going to make our team stronger next game. I think the Blitzer would make our team stronger for next game, but I think probably for the ladder, the right choice is to get the Apothecary. and think about the long term. So that's the decision we've made. That is a team after 2 games. It's a little beat up, but hey, we've played 2 games and won 2 games, so that's a good feeling, right? Even though I just said that about the ladder, it's still nice to win games. So if you are watching this on YouTube, do please leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying it. But I mean, I figure if you've got to this point of the video, you're probably enjoying it.